Hello, beautiful souls. I am Jolie Wilson, a quantum healing hypnosis technique practitioner, a beyond quantum healing practitioner, as well as a direct channel. I also offer tarot and oracle card readings, and I am so excited to start sharing with you the potency and power of what a session of this nature can do for you. In this video, this woman, Amanda, begins to channel a being, or I should say, a speaker that is part of a collective of these ancient elfin tree-like beings that inhabited the earth, until which time that the tribes on earth began to decide that because they were able to shapeshift, that it was trickery, and they started to burn these beings and they left the earth. However, they are very much present in the ethereal realms, wanting these codes of the earth to be brought back and activated. So you'll hear her go through two past life experiences, and know that when you do a session of this nature, you could be shown infinite lives. So they show you life experiences based on your questions and what you are seeking answers to. And at some point, I move her into the channeled state, and the beings begin to speak through her directly. It's incredible, fascinating, life-changing. After this session, her life has been greatly expanded and changed, and I cannot just express how amazing and miraculous and incredible this work is. At the time of this recording, I am still open for sessions as far as being able to get in on a somewhat soon basis. I know a lot of my good friends that are doing this work are booked out for years. If not, they've moved away from doing individual sessions and they're writing books and whatnot. So please reach out. I do specialize in helping people with anxiety, depression, and trauma relief. I own a beautiful yoga studio in Key West, Florida, that is this cocoon of transformation. I offer individual retreats, group retreats, yoga teacher trainings, breathwork training, meditation, psychic channeling training, you name it. I would love to get connected with you. We even have lots of online offerings for groups like breathwork type of experiences and other things that work with your intuition. So I would love to get involved with you, even if it's hopping on one of our group Zooms. And if you're looking for relief, answers a session, please reach out. I would love to connect with you. Enjoy this session. And remember that by watching these sessions, it activates you as well and gives you the answers to the truth of your soul. So even though this may be about another woman, you are still receiving some of those very same activations by listening. I'm so excited to connect with you. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you soon. It starts to slow down, or if something comes into focus for you to connect with.
Yeah, it seems right away that it wants to take me to this scene that I feel like I didn't want to. It's like almost like a Western movie set is what it looks like.
Okay, let's pause there. Let's root in and just know that if there's anything unpleasant and anything you see, you don't have to feel it or experience it in any way. You can simply just witness and observe. And as you begin to get your bearings more in this kind of movie-like Western scene, just tell me your very first impressions.
I just see these cowboy boots. Looks like a cowboy. It's a small village. coming back and everyone was gone. I was going on a trip, but by the time I came back, I was too late.
I'm going to ask that you be moved back in time before this dust storm happened, before you took this trip. You're there now. Tell me your first impressions.
A very bustling town. There's people, and yeah, the women, they're dressed like the Western, and there's kids playing, there's beautiful horses. Seems to be a very happy, quaint town.
And you are a cowboy, so you are a man in the
Yes,
scene.
yeah.
Do you have a sense of maybe how old you are? It's not really important, but are you a teen? Are you 20s, 30s?
I'm older, maybe 40.
Okay. What stands out to you as you look around at this bustling town?
Well, for a second I took my hand to my hat and I just noticed my man hands, but they seem to be very, I work very hard.
What do you do for work?
I don't know exactly, it seems I ride my horse on far trips. Maybe I'm wrangling cattle or something.
Okay. That means it's not necessarily important. I think what's important is that you're noticing that you're someone who works very hard and goes on long trips. What else do you notice, and how are you feeling right now?
I started to feel sad.
Yeah. Tell me about that. Do you know why?
It feels like I like to ride alone. I like to ride out on the trips with just me and my horse. My horse is the best. And I guess I feel guilty that I like to be alone with my horse instead of in the town. Just kind of some sadness. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm going to ask that we back you up even more, that you're moved back in this life to a time of importance where we can get some information as to why you choose to be alone a lot in this life. You're there now. Tell me your first impressions.
I'm feeling that I'm a young kid, and it seems like I'm a little rambunctious. Maybe playing with a younger sibling, but maybe teasing them, and it seems like causing a little stress with my parents.
What happens next?
I see my mother in the kitchen, and I just feel a lot of love. is I have this feeling even then to run away from home.
And so do you run away?
No, it seems I don't. I don't leave. I maybe think about it. I leave for the day, but I always come back at night until I'm a teenager, and then I do leave.
Leave to go where?
It seems I joined a group of bandits. Maybe doesn't seem that we ride to different towns, and it seems that we are stealing money. Nothing, we don't hurt anyone. I just keep getting this energy of wild and exploration. And I do that for some time, traveling and stealing money, it seems. Until I start to grow away from the gang. I don't agree with where they're going, and that's when I decide to be alone. And I feel that my family misses me. So I have some guilt.
And then what happens?
It's just me and my horse again. The night sky. It's very beautiful.
I'm going to ask that you be moved forward in time to another important day, a place where something of significance and importance is happening. You're there now. Tell me your first impressions.
I came back to this scene I started with.
The dust.
Yes, everyone gone. I'm older. Maybe I'm older than I thought. It seems like I maybe missed out on a bunch of things.
Yeah, like did you have love or a family?
I never did.
Was that a choice or did something happen?
It seems that I left. I left the town, and I had a good time exploring the West, being a traveler to different towns, always being a new face, never staying long. But when I came back to the town, it seems then I was full of regret, that I never had family. I wasn't there for my family, and I missed out on that part of life.
What's happening now?
I guess I just feel out of time, like almost like something took time away from me, and then I was dropped back into the town. It's so weird, the feeling that maybe it wasn't fully by my choice. Almost like I fell into a time portal or something happened, and I lost like decades, but I was still alive.
Let's try this. Try asking out loud, what happened to me? Can I be shown?
What happened to me? Can I be shown? Floating in a white space. I have no idea. It's as if I stumbled across a tear in space, or like a time machine, but a natural one, or like an accidental hidden portal in the woods.
Let's try backing you up right before that happened. You're there now. Tell me your first impressions.
I'm in a beautiful, beautiful forest. Seen it before in a past life, and it's very beautiful with the stream and the birds are chirping. It almost feels like a magical place. As the cowboy, I found this, and I guess I wanted to stay. Maybe because I remembered it from before. I wanted to stay and it's like I went over the stream and it looked like reality, but I knew that I was in a bubble, time bubble of protection, I don't know. And it seemed that things slowed down here. Like I knew that maybe time was different once I entered that bubble. I guess I didn't mind, but then eventually I didn't have a choice. I don't know if I was being observed, experimented maybe on, but just an observation. And it seems that I couldn't couldn't go back. I couldn't go back over the stream. I couldn't get back to that reality, but this reality was still the beautiful forest. I didn't mind for some time. But then it's almost as if I fell asleep and I was in the white bubble, asleep. And then I was spit back out, but much time had passed. But my horse was there. And I knew time passed, but I didn't know how much. That's when I made it back to the village and saw it was so much more time than I thought. Yeah, very sad. Very sad.
Did your horse look the same when you came out?
Yeah, he was the same.
When you look at your hands, does it give you a sense of how much time might have passed?
I come to 50 years. It seems that's why I was looking at my hands, because it's almost unbelievable. I didn't know. When I was in the bubble, perhaps I just was a young man. I stayed young. But then when they spit me out, I was this. That's why it feels hard.
Yeah. Tell me more about that. How it feels. Does it feel like you lost something?
Yeah, it feels like, I guess, like such a betrayal of reality. Because when I was in the forest, it was beautiful, fine. And I felt different. Reality was so different. I didn't even remember other people.
Like when you were in the forest, it's like you forgot everything.
Yeah, because I was in such a playful, different dimension. And so coming back and knowing that people that I knew, they lived their lives and I am old. And the town is gone.
Let's move you to the last day of your life as this cowboy. You're there now. Tell me your first impressions.
I killed myself. I shot myself because no one was there, and I knew life wouldn't be. I couldn't turn back time. I couldn't turn back time, and I didn't want to live in a new time. And I shot myself.
So you're on the other side. And you're looking back at that life. What do you feel the overall purpose of that life was?
It seems that I needed to they say life is hard. This is why we don't remember. That's what they're saying to me. But I think I was supposed to learn about time. I was maybe even above me. Maybe there were others who were learning about time through my life. And I was okay with that. I did decide that. So it was all about learning about time works, maybe even how time, the human body and the human mind, how it all works. And I just feel a lightness because I'm out of the body. I laugh because it seems that this happens to me after my lives. I have lived some very heavy lives, and then when I'm freed from the body, I feel the humor because it is a lesson,
Yeah.
but it feels so heavy when you're in it.
Well, already from this cowboy life, we're seeing patterns. In your life now as Amanda, some of these things are still coming through as patterns. The running away,
first time at the rock again.
Okay.
Seems I need take a couple breaths here at the rock.
Good.
Yes, I see the portal again.
Before we journey there, does anything feel different or changed as you're on this rock?
I just feel there's such a sense of connection with this rock. It makes me feel so plugged in, connected. Yeah.
Okay, well, when you're ready, I'll ask you to float back into the portal. Take your time and just describe as you're moved.
Yeah, this time in the bubble, I'm floating in a beautiful void, dark, all around.
Are there stars or is it just darkness?
No stars, but it's a soft darkness.
What do you mean by soft?
It does feel very womb-like.
Maybe like a cosmic womb?
Yes, yes. Like before even a universe is created, beautiful nothingness that comes first.
How does that feel?
It's comforting. It's almost no words because it's like feeling the oneness.
And I ask that you be moved to a time and place where there's something of significance, something of importance. And as you're moved and you start to root into a new scene showing you something, just describe your first impressions.
I'm in the middle of a rainforest, bare feet on the soil. But the first image I saw was tiger, like a tiger face. And it seems I dropped into a ceremony. They're using tiger energy in the ceremony.
Tell me more about that. What are they doing, or how are they using this energy?
There's like it's a mix between dancing and stomping, and there's a lot of people, and it's almost like the tiger. So my father is leading it, but he has to, it's almost as if he leaves the body to bring these other energies into reality. It's very amazing, but powerful. That's what I'm feeling, is such powerful work. Like, we could talk about it today, but it's much different. They're actually working with the energies. They're much connected, more connected to that world. The world of respecting energies and having having a relationship with them.
And what are you witnessing now?
I'm just watching them, and they're moving in circles.
Are they circling around something?
There's nothing in the middle. I'm sensing it's for healing, but I am not the person. It seems somebody has been poisoned, but they're not here. The ceremony isn't directly for their healing, but it's connected to them. It's connected to them. It seems the only reason I'm allowed there, it seems mostly men, but I'm feeling that I am a girl, a younger girl. But because of my father's status, I get to be here. I think his powers will be passed to me, even though I am female. That didn't matter to them. So there's no one young here but me, and I'm on the edge of not in it. But it seems that the energy can almost be seen that they are activating as a smoky. It's very amazing what they're doing. It's almost as if, that they're invoking a tiger, but it's like a specific tiger who is connected to our tribe and is invoked this way. So there's smoke, they're stomping and they're cheering in there, and there's a smoke it's creating in the middle of the ceremony. They talk in a way, it's not talking, but they have a relationship with this tiger. I think they're looking for guidance, but no words are used. I was young then, I watched. And then it flashed forward. It's the same woman is sick. But now I'm more, we're still working with her, it seems. To help her. Maybe she's special somehow. It seems that she is special and has elf ears, and I guess we're trying to heal her. But years, we've been working on healing her. She's in somewhat of a coma. Wow. I think it seems that some people, some tribes, they burn people like her at the stake. But we do not wish to do that. She's very special. I seem to be very special. Maybe I am partly what she is. Seems. That's why they think I can help.
You can also try asking questions. So if there is someone near you, you can ask a question. Sometimes they respond.
It seems that I don't speak with them. Maybe I never did, because I am different. But I feel them, and I just keep getting that she is very special.
Let's move forward just a little bit. You're there now. Tell me your first impressions.
There's a dispute. They're having a dispute. I think they're not having success bringing her back. And maybe some people feel it's time to move on because they've used a lot of time and energy towards finding a way to bring her back. But some people, they don't want to spend this effort anymore, so they're disputing it. I am very much an observer. I just observe everything.
Do you have any feelings attached to this outcome?
No, it feels that I am just watching looked at in the community. I helped them. I helped them really connect to Mother Earth more, to grow plants and medicine through the plants, just to know the forest. So it's like they turn to me for learning, for the learning of the plants. It seems that although my full power wasn't awakened, because I never connected with the species of my own, I feeling tingling from my toes to my head. People were there the whole time, but I could not see them. I was raised by the tribe, and that limited my like sixth sense or my sense for my people. But it seems I had done such good work for the tribe, and I sacrifice for them, and as I got old, I was sick myself, but just part of a natural process, and my eyes, they were clouded over physically, but I began to see my people. I just feel the energy that when they awakened in me, I feel it. Now it's so real in this body.
Are you still feeling the tingling?
Yeah, all over my toes and fingers, warm, light. Yes, I do believe that it's doing something for this life, remembering this activation. It is, yeah. My left arm is just, it's very, it's like a warm fire. It's very beautiful. These people are very gentle them for a long time, but I never knew what they were until I saw the Nordic runes. And I don't understand them, but I see them, and I see them now as the activation is occurring. I feel so much movement.
Where do you feel the movement?
I feel like I'm floating above my physical body. And it's all through me. The left side is especially warm. I am very grateful for them.
Does this species have a name?
I knew you would ask that. I think it was coming to me. It starts with an N. Nephrom, maybe Nephrom. They took me in. That's why I feel so grateful.
Do you know why? Did something happen?
It seems that I was somewhat of a mix. Maybe an accident in a way, but however I was born, I was mixed, but I had enough earth element. I had enough earth element that they could bestow their gifts on me. They left the plane, is what they did. They left the physical plane. That's the woman the tribe was trying to heal the woman. She was the last one, and yes, that's why she was that way. They had to leave. Their time here was complete. But then when I could see them, well, before I saw them, they watched me. But when I finally saw them, they bestowed all of their gifts. That's what I'm feeling now, still reverberating. I'm like pulsating up and down slightly. Just activating that because I still hold that in my DNA today.
Almost like codes or something different.
Yes, very. Oh, just very grateful. I feel like then, for a moment, I feel their body there. They look like a tree and they're long, and I feel so long.
Do they move like walk, or are
They do walk. They're slow beings. Their vibration is very old and very slow. It's very nice.
and they're a bit tree-like
Yes.
and almost some elf energy?
Yeah, they do have the pointed ears. I guess they can, or for some time they shifted. They can change the way they look, and that's when they were being burned. They shifted their energy to look like the beings, but they had the elf ears, but they looked like women, beautiful fairy women, but they could not change everything, so people knew they were different, and But in their real form, yeah, they look like Groot from the Marvel movies. Sort of like that, but very long, tall. But people, the tribes, the native, they didn't like they call it trickery. And they could turn themselves into the fairy beings. They didn't like that, even though they had so much wisdom to give. So that's, over time, they knew their time was done. But their wisdom is so important. And especially today is what I'm getting. It's needing to be reawakened.
So these beings, are they on Earth now?
They're here in a different sense, so they are in some way still in every plant and tree and flower, and even the fairy-like bugs or insects like butterflies, and their energy is here, but it is different now. It is almost separated. It's almost as if they separated their energy, put it into the earth. It is easier to access for us in pieces. So they separated, and all of their essence is in the whole planet.
But is that enough? Is that good, or is more needed?
It seems they want, it's good for the planet if we, their energy connects with us on a deep level, so they need us to awaken to these. It's like they're telling me they're keys, they're little keys scattered, keys of wisdom, keys to earth, the new earth, and we help to, it's almost like it has no meaning, or it will die without us. Today, people acting, with it, with us, because we bring, that's what it is, we bring life. It's almost how it is set in nature, and it's in a hibernation, and we help to activate it. Oh, it's very beautiful. Yeah, we have beautiful life force energy, and we can awaken as we help this process. The earth awakens. That's where we're heading. A better relationship, with the earth, to know her secrets and her power. They are so kind. exactly, but somehow they were all, yeah, it was connected, all my lives.
To this specific energy.
Yes, this energy that seems that I've always, each life, anchoring, I think that's the word, anchoring, you know, keeping those keys alive. Yeah, it's important.
Are you still feeling the physical sensations?
No, it's been softly releasing. I still feel big and expanded, but my energy body is, now it's much closer to my physical body, and I'm merging.
What's happening now?
They've allowed me to just be in a little cocoon for a moment. Just integrating the activation that said activated. And they activated a lot. I can feel it sinking into my physical body. It's like tiny little jolts.
Is it all over or somewhere specific?
Mostly my arms.
How's the right shoulder blade doing? You can ask them to heal it. They have as much power as any other.
They tell me they have already softened it, but that they say it takes time, child, like a grandmother. They say that, yes, that I will, you know, with this activation and these messages I'm receiving, I will need to make time to bring they say, soft energy, feminine earth energy. I need to make time to actually connect and bring it into my physical body. So they say that I have that power to connect with that energy, and they say I already know that I do it, but that I need to make time for this more because it's very important for me. It's very, yeah, it's part part of why I'm here to bring these codes in, but it takes a lot. So my body,
A lot of energy.
it takes yes, it's a lot of energy transfer, which is why my body, my body, I feel a lot in this life. I feel a lot because that energy I'm bringing in is so tender, soft, subtle, but important, that I must have heightened senses, heightened feeling of physical body. That's how we bring the codes in. It has to be through the vessel, with our feet connected to the earth, with this life. It has to be through the vessel, but it's a lot. It's a lot with the emotions of a human. And that's what they're telling me. They're obviously answering lots of questions I had. But that's what they're telling me, is that my body, the pain that I felt and do is just part of the process. If I keep my channels open to receive the softer energy, it will help move through my body, so there's less stagnation, less things, energy getting stuck. I have to make time for the soft and subtle, which in this for me is meditation. And in particular, they're saying the meditations that occur outside in nature with my back on a tree, gazing into a flower, those are the ones that are going to help with this. And they say my husband, sometimes they talk to me through my husband, which is very nice, because he has, I know he does. He has more, because he is a musician and his antenna is always open, they say. So sometimes I may think it's coming from him, but they said rest assured it's coming from the higher dimensions. Makes me laugh.
Why don't you try speaking them directly instead of translating?
Well, it seems that I have this conversation in my heart, but then to say it to you, right, it comes faster from them to me and I understand, and then for me to say it out loud, there's this, I don't know if it's not really translation, but I guess that is kind of what it is.
For sure.
Yeah. So they are speaking directly to me now.
Well, there's no right or wrong, of course, and these can go any which way, but let me just try asking a question in the third person, and let's just see how it goes.
Okay.
So, clearly, Amanda is now being aware of this life purpose that she has, this bringing of this energy. What does she need to do in her life today after this session to activate and hold this energy?
Rest, plant meditation.
What is plant meditation?
She knows vessel.
And Amanda knows how to do this already, or does she need more instructions on how to do blend meditation?
Yes, she has done it already before, many times through curiosity, but she was doing it.
Is there anything more she needs to do, or shall she just continue on as is with this new awareness?
She must take more time.
How much more time?
Every day.
For how long?
It depends. Her heart will know. But she is stubborn.
Aren't we all? As humans.
More time. She knows the right things, but she must trust them.
And will she trust them after this session today?
I believe so. The activation was big.
Seems like it. What about the TMJ she has experienced and along with some headaches?
This is the nature of this life. She is very sensitive, so that she could activate this realm.
She's currently working at a job waitressing, and it's not what she wants to do. How does she make the journey from where she is now to her fully empowered self doing this work she's on the planet to do?
Humans seem to rush, but her mission is subtle. She must make more time to connect with nature.
Can she still connect while indoors? Additionally, can she bring this energy into her waitressing job to bring more ease?
No, this is very important to be in nature for this human.
Does she already know the times of day? Is it like morning, nighttime? Are there specific times she should do this?
Any time is a good time. Just making the time.
Daily.
Daily.
Should she try new places to meditate that she hasn't visited before?
Variety is always good, but ultimately she is the vessel.
What are the next steps she can take to begin moving away from this waitressing job as she remains patient?
These are small thoughts for me. Her life is important. She She will decide on the journeys, but her vessel as an activator is important during this time of Earth. Humans think small.
Are you a single entity, or are we speaking to a collective at this moment?
I am the speaker for the Nephilim. I speak for all.
Are you part of Amanda's higher self?
No, she is part of us.
Can she continue to channel you and speak to you after this session today?
If it is right, it will be.
How will she know if it's right?
The opportunities will present themselves. She knows a woman who channels. We could reach her this way.
Through the woman that channels?
Yes,
Does Amanda already know who that woman is?
yes, she does. Jamie.
Okay. What else does Amanda need to hear from you at this time and her purpose on Earth?
She could relax a bit. Things aren't so serious. Be playful. Draw. Dance and sing.
Can I ask you more questions about Amanda and her life?
I think there is still some energy to answer.
Well, typically I speak to the person's higher self to get the answers that are smaller for you. So are you the one to ask things about her health and her relationships, or do we need to still explore more about this energy activation?
We can move on with you, but not all important.
What do you mean by not all important?
Not all questions are needed.
Right. Amanda wants to help empower people. What must she she know about her gifts so that she can be of service?
She is highly sensitive. Some of her gifts are going under the radar now. But she is using them.
And she should be using them. Or not.
Should.
What gifts are those that are under the radar?
She has strong telepathic potentials, intuitive hints, this will help in dealing with human emotions. Very complex. People don't say what they mean or maybe feel. The words get in the way. She knows this. She will learn to listen with her heart, not her ears.
And will she get better at listening with her heart over time, naturally and through meditation?
Yes, she may wish to rush, but the universe is unfolding in time. Activations are occurring faster now for all.
Does she need to stop drinking coffee that has caffeine?
Humans, the fun part of having the body is consumption. She must balance her intake, for she is sensitive.
What does that mean, balance? How does she balance her intake?
It is best for her to shift to more herbal remedies, green tea, herbal teas, the plants. It's connecting to us through the leaves.
What about things like cacao cacao and maca.
Cacao is wonderful, mind opening. Maca as well as many others. Some are not even used highly by you yet.
Mushrooms too, they make some like mushroom type of coffee alternatives. Would that be good for her?
Yes, we are happy humans are opening to the benefits of the mushroom. There is a species for almost everything.
What about Amanda's diet? It wasn't one of her questions, but is there anything she needs to know about what she's consuming so she can be more connected to this plant meditation?
She must listen to her body. Her diet will reflect that which she needs. Sometimes warm, comforting food is important to ground her energies. Other days, she needs less light fruit, small smoothies, berries, coconut.
How does she know which to choose in each moment?
She is starting to awaken to this knowledge, as there's no guide. As I said, consumption should be fun.
But in balance.
Balance. Balance is key.
Felt a bit stuck in this paradox of action versus inaction. What can you tell her about that so she can feel more ease in her choices moving forward?
It's what she chose, her path to find the balance. She is a totem and can feel all extremes. It was tough for her before, but she is learning to find the middle road. Things move slower than she wishes, but her gifts are unfolding right in time. She has followed well thus far.
She was considering going back to school, which doesn't feel great for her because it's an institution. Is there a course or something that would be good for her to learn?
Yes, more learning. She has more learning in different ways. Not all can be said, but she will find a teacher soon for a new realm.
Would learning this type of modality be good for her, leading people on this journey that she's on currently?
A life has many potentials, so you can understand that definitive answers can be harmful.
Yes.
But she will work one-on-one with people.
And it's best for her to discover on her own what that will look like.
Yes, she is working towards, she will be a speaker of sorts. She must gather the data first.
Will she be speaking to large groups?
Yes. Her words will be heard.
Online, in person, or both?
Could be multiple ways, in writing and by mouth.
Like she might write something like a book?
Yes.
Would she potentially be writing a book that has to do with what you are speaking about now?
Yes, earth codes. Most definitely. She is very special to us, as she can, the words are not right, but hold much of our frequency. We disappeared for a reason, but few people still hold us here.
Why did you disappear for a time?
It can be hard in human terms, but we are not physically inhabiting the earth. We are on a different plane, dimension, can still be reached by earth, and we are still concerned with earth, just not in the physical form any longer. But our help is needed. Our help is asked for by the Galactic Federation.
Would it be good for Amanda to connect with other beings on Earth that also hold a similar vibration and code?
It is not necessary, for she helps to activate others in this way for the new earth.
So she doesn't need to look for
No, this is not important for her.
So what would be good for her? I'm thinking about her ending the session today, and this is some really powerful information. As she puts this into place, is there a specific subject that would be good for her to study and learn about to help her on this journey?
Theta waves. Theta waves.
And would that apply also to theta breath work and theta meditations and learning of what is happening with theta?
Yes, breath work. Breath work is good for her to teach others.
How about the yoga and sound bath she's currently doing? Are those things that are really good for her to continue with?
We love the sound. Not only us, but other benevolent beings. Sound baths are important. We can connect more with the third dimension when a portal opens through sound, intentional sound.
Do the sound bowls automatically open the portal, or does an intention need to be set for it?
The practitioner is very important. Intentions must be held. Benevolent beings should be invited. Spirit guides invited. The invitation allows for the connection.
Does Amanda already know how to do this, or does she need more instruction on this intention setting before sound baths?
She is doing this already.
Is there anything she should add to or change about her sound baths, or are they already as is?
She will develop more as her energy develops. It's taking shape now. She will change, add more instruments. A flute is coming soon. Earth energy comes through wooden flute.
Does she need to know any more about attracting the right flute, or will it just show up for her?
She has it already.
Oh, even better. Okay, anything more she needs to know about that to bring this earth energy frequency into her sound healing?
No, we know she suffers at times. We just wish for her to be easier on herself.
Yeah, it hasn't been easy for her to be on the earth plane this time with all the craziness of the modern world.
of us understand this, for I feel a bit now as I use her to speak to you. I feel the energies of a physical body. It is not easy.
What can we do, us humans, to lighten up and not be so serious or longing for home?
Each is unique, but we say nature is key.
That's always the answer. Nature, dance, sing, play, music, have fun, experience, consume in a balanced way. How about her friend Ashley in the past? I feel like that was still causing her a lot of pain even this morning speaking of her. What can you tell Amanda about that connection?
Amanda has a big heart. She cannot save everyone. She must know that and find the boundary where a person is open to light or closed to light.
Is Ashley closed?
Her soul, Ashley is lost. She has many great potentials.
Should Amanda reach out to Ashley again?
This chapter is closed. It is not necessary.
Amanda was seeking closure. Will she feel differently after this session? Or do we need to give her some closure now?
Closure now would be good.
Can you send her that energy?
It's not in my realm.
Okay. What does she need to do to have that closure?
We believe you can help.
In what way?
This cord cutting.
Yes. Okay. So you were listening when we were chatting before.
Always here.
This is so fun. How about the eczema that was under her, I think left armpit and inner right thigh in the back of her scalp? It's still there. What is that there for?
Sensitivities.
To the environment?
Yes. She will learn. It will fade over time, but frequencies now are strong. It's adjustment period as we move to higher frequencies.
Why are you moving her body in that way? Or are you moving her body in that way?
It's byproduct of this experience.
How's her right shoulder blade doing?
She will feel better after session.
And how about her cycles? She's had some pain. Is her menstrual cycle okay, or does it need any healing?
We believe this will even out. It's still connected to her sensitivities as her abilities grow and awaken. She will have less response as she learns to cope with these gifts. Her gifts are allowing her to receive much information, and some is going unconscious as she's not fully developed with the intuition. So she has much information and needs to learn to dump or release. But this will happen naturally as she learns how to listen
with her heart.
Yes.
And does she need to protect her energy?
Yes. Sensitive people could always learn more protection in this time as polarities are extreme.
What would that look like for Amanda, considering she's doing this serving job and she's in contact with a lot of people? How can she personally protect her energy?
More clearing is needed. She takes time, but needs a nighttime ritual clearing with smoke, sound, anything. Intention really is enough.
So intention is enough, but maybe bringing in smoke and sound and ritual.
Yes, always helpful, especially for Amanda. Sound is a passion for her.
Other than the flute, is she needing to get other instruments?
No, her expansion with the didgeridoo will happen.
Would it be a good idea for Amanda and I to consider a joint sound healing event outdoors?
Definitely. We love to see you come together for sound, for vibration, for expansion of the heart and mind.
Is there anything else we need to know about that? Putting together a joint sound healing?
Yes, remember, nature is key. Outdoors will be powerful.
Thank you. I just wasn't sure if, if the sound would clash or not be as contained, but it makes sense.
Soon she will have more time one-on-one. With these sessions, it will be important to protect and to protect before and dump after.
You said one-on-one sessions. This is her working with people privately?
Yes.
What about her serving job?
The clearing after work.
Okay. She doesn't need to do anything before or during?
Always good to.
Okay. What can she surrender gracefully?
Her view of what her life should look like. It will be beyond her mind capacity now.
So to surrender what she thinks her life should look like?
Yes. Or even the knowing. The having to know, just one step at a time.
Did Amanda agree to come to Earth this time because of this special energy she has?
Yes. She was very excited, actually. We know she's frustrated.
Why is she frustrated?
I guess she thought it would be easier.
What happened in the spirit world before she had this incarnation? Did she have a meeting with you? How does that work?
She had potential for transmutation, powerful transmutation was in her essence, and so it's not like you think. The energies are drawn toward one another, and everything is one. So choice is one with the attraction of energy. For our mission, we are one. Our energies attracted. It was always going to be this way. She is one of us.
So will her resistance to living right now and this feeling separate and different, will that change for her after this session? Will she be more at ease?
It comes in waves, but this next year or two, she will find more purpose and find more ease.
I believe she's teaching yoga. We talked a lot about sun bath and her stepping into the breath work realm and other inspired things. What about her as a yoga teacher?
It is good. Was always good stepping stone, but she is meant to teach about a subtler energy. This will transform for her the next year or so.
She often feels like she has like a Native American vibe. Does this come from a past life?
Yes, many.
Yeah, she's probably lived close to the earth many times.
Yes, earth element within her essence is strong, and she has cultivated this for now, for the new earth.
Is Amanda meant to build community? She has this feeling of separateness, kind of a longing for that community feeling where you aren't necessarily going to a job to get a paycheck. What's for her in this community sense?
Yes, community is important for her. But building community will come later in her life as frequency of earth changes. There will be more need, want for living in a different way than you do now. That is what it will be prepared for.
What was the purpose of showing her the cowboy life?
She holds a deep trust wound of reality. She must know that it comes from deep within her path, only to show, to learn, trust, but also discernment for forces in your time have come to control your reality.
If we know our reality is being controlled, can we live outside of that through awareness and intention?
Yes, it's really a subtle shift of perspective. You will learn. It's inevitable that the light beings will see their true nature of creation. Creator beings. No, you all are creator beings, but you have been controlled, or maybe the right word is diverted into this reality of others, and now you are being liberated to choose for yourself.
Who did this diverting? Was it like an alien species like the Greys or something else?
There's many different dimensional beings who come to the planet. Not everyone, but it seems there's always an agenda. And some have had an agenda of control. This really stemmed from an idea, a creative idea, but spun into darkness. The roots of this are felt in your time now, but the structure of this control has been falling apart. That's why now is an important time on Earth.
What was the creative idea that it spun from?
They were playing with reality. They were experimenting, really just seeing what they could do.
And these are different species, not just...
They are from a different dimension, but planted in the third for this play.
Do they have a name?
It is confusing because humans use many different names, but names are a construct of the third dimension. The language is limiting, and these beings are just beings. We are all from the oneness.
So when people channel, because I channel as well, and they say they are channeling Metatron or channeling the Council of Light, are they really, or is that a construct?
They are truly channeling. It's what we're doing now, but the names are not important. Beings are known by vibration.
And what would be the benefit of Amanda working with Jamie? Because it seems this whole session Amanda's been able to do this pretty easily herself.
With opportunities will arise. And Amanda can connect. We know through Amanda, Jamie is currently experimenting and strengthening her capacity to channel.
So is this also to help Jamie?
Yes.
Not so much Amanda specifically, although it of course helps her.
Yes, both.
I see. Okay, so it's more of like a connection to help them both rather than Amanda needs Jamie to move on in her journey.
Yes. All beings have the capacity to channel, connecting with higher frequency. Discernment is important, but these abilities will grow over the next 5 years.
Do you have any tips and advice on channeling? For those of us that are feeling the call.
Theta waves. You must prepare your vessel to connect to higher frequency using sound, the breath. You can change your frequency.
Speaking of theta waves, I have 2 singing bowls that create a theta binaural beat. Is that good, and is that something Amanda should know about?
Yes, and yes.
What's going on with Amanda's lineage? Is there any ancestral trauma she needs to know about and heal in her familial line?
She is awakening the divine feminine. Lots of in her lineage masculine energy has been forefront in different ways, and through her work with us and her calling to help Earth awaken, the softer nature is important, the feminine.
Are there any rituals or things she should do to awaken her feminine energy more?
She can start to connect more with her cycle. Energies change, and she can connect and listen to these times like the moon, but instead of going by the physical moon, you go by your cycle.
anything else she needs to know about that? Attuning to her cycle.
As she explores this knowledge, she will be shown. It's about giving time to yourself when needed and using creative force for action.
Creative force for action.
Yes, when the energies are there, take them and use them for your creative passions. Whatever makes you feel alive.
Are there any messages that her ancestors want to give to her?
We are all here, and Amanda, surrounded by her guides of the past, by us, by her ancestors. Everyone is close. She need only to feel welcome, invite, in order to feel this.
All we need to do is invite. Is Amanda meant to have children in this life?
We do not know.
Why do you not know?
As we mentioned, there are many opportunities for a being. She could, or maybe not. There are more than one way to have a child, not only physical, but in the energetic form as well.
Does that mean like adopting or foster, or are you meaning something else?
So many ways. Birthing a major idea,
Oh, yes, okay.
birthing a community, even birthing a book.
And so having a physical child is a possibility for her if she chooses it.
Yes.
What else does Amanda need to know, or what would be helpful for her to still hear today?
We have covered a lot. The activation was key to today.
Is there anything she needs to do to integrate the activation after this session?
She will need to rest, to let the information settle.
So rest.
Rest.
Should she drink a lot of water?
Always.
Are there any foods that she would be best to have tonight?
Tonight will be best for warm, grounding foods.
Is there anything else I can help Amanda with other than the cord cutting and group sound healing?
Seems that you will be assisting Amanda. You have wisdom to share with her.
Can I ask you about my own channeling abilities?
We are connected with Amanda. However, we sense you. We can feel you. We cannot answer that, but we feel you are also very connected to Earth, to the feminine, and you will help many women with this. You have a voice, and you are listening to the messages.
Is there anything else Amanda needs to know today? Anything about her relationship with Arby or anything else that would be of service for her today?
For her to know that her mother is very powerful, like she is. She looks to Amanda for guidance. Amanda wonders about her potential, but everything is in time. That's what we want her to know. Everything is in time.
Anything else Amanda should know that would be of service in her fullness?
We wish to tell her that her mother's energy is helping to heal her father's ankle. just to know that we are here and we are so excited for her.
As am I. Would it be wise for Amanda to do a session like this again?
Yes.
Would it? Go ahead, sorry.
She has much energy to bring, more than just us, the Nephilim. It was time for us to make contact with her, but there are other things she will learn about her essence here, her purpose here.
So you're saying there are other beings that she can connect with?
Yes.
Would it be wise for Amanda and I to work together in this way to bring more of this type of information forward to humanity?
Yes. This is great work you are doing. People need to hear just the possibility opens their mind.
And is there anything else we need to know about working together, or should Amanda and I follow inspired action?
We like your term, inspired action. Yes. Yes.
So we can be patient. And Amanda and I can do a session again when we both feel called and help to bring this type of information to humanity.
Yes, the time for that will present itself when ready. This is a lot for one person, for one session.
I was surprised that you divulged so much. It seemed like at first you weren't quite willing to, and then we went down this path of she's going to be speaking to people and groups and potentially writing a book. Did you change your mind and decide that she could handle it?
We follow, hard to explain, we follow the energy as it arises, and we didn't know exactly how this would turn out either. We knew that the opportunity for contact was here, but it unfolded on its own.
Well, thank you so much. This has been a really powerful experience. I know Amanda's going to greatly appreciate it as she puts this all into place. And before I bring her out, are there any final imparting words or advice that you have for her?
Just for her to know that we are always there with her. Every sparkle of the sun on a leaf, every blooming flower, every blade of grass, grain of sand, We are there.
And I just feel called to ask, is there anything else that Amanda wants to know today? Are you able to check in with her and see if she feels complete?
She is complete.
Thank you so much. I always love these sessions, but for whatever reason, you've been quite a joy to connect with and listen to today.
We say the same to you.